Hello everyone, how are you today?
Fine, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Today we are going to learn a new structure base, a new time. Actually, you know the simple present tense before the last lessons. Now we will learn a new form, which is so easy. Don't worry about that. You will not learn a lot of complicated sentences. You will learn really easy structure. Don't worry about it. Okay, at the end of the lesson, you'll do an activity which will be a little bit weird, but interesting and entertaining. Okay, now I will ask a couple of questions randomly. Göktuğ.
Yes.
What is the best team in Turkey as a football team?
Galatasaray.
What do you support? Do you follow the Fenerbahçe, for example? Do you think that Fenerbahçe becomes a champion? No idea. What do you think?
Can you ask the
Yes.
question again?
What do you support? Which?
Beşiktaş.
Beşiktaş. Do you think that Beşiktaş becomes a champion at the end of the league?
I don't know.
You don't know, but do you have any idea?
I hope so.
You hope, inshallah. Okay. I think that Fenerbahçe will become a champion. What I used, will, which is so easy, right? I don't need to change the base verb form, like as. Remember the present simple tense, we changed the subjects by adding as, by looking at the he, she, it, right? Göktuğ, yes. In the future tense, we don't need to add any extra things like as, like ed, like we, nothing else. We just need to know to use will. Okay. Now I will give you. I will show you a couple of sentences to be able to understand the structure. Okay, and we need to improve our pronunciation. Pronunciation is really important for our lesson. Selin, could you please read the first sentence?
She will visit her grandmother tomorrow.
What is the difference between simple present and simple future tense of this sentence? Is there any different thing? As a structure.
Will.
Yes, which is so simple, right? Will. And as a time phrase, if we talk about tomorrow, we need will and we need to know time phrases. Like tomorrow, like today, tonight, or next year, like next month. Probably we use, if you know next, we can make a lot of sentences in future tense. And Bünyamin, could you please read this second sentence?
They will watch a movie this evening.
Which or what is the thing to differentiate from the simple present tense for this sentence?
Will.
Will, as always. We know will. And what is the time phrase of this sentence?
This evening.
This evening.
Yes.
And what is the subject of this sentence? Day, right? Okay. Is there any different or is there any complicated structure? Probably no. What we learned will. We learned a couple of time phrases. If you don't know the time phrases, after these a couple of sentences, you will understand. No problem. And Anna, could you please read the last sentence?
I will go to the store after work.
There's a conjunction, which is after. If we say after, for example, Anna, after this lesson, what do you do?
I will go to my home.
What do you use? Will. You will go to home or somewhere else, doesn't matter. You will. You used will, right? Will help us to know or understand this time. And these are the time phrases. Do we know the meanings of time phrases? Tomorrow, after today, next week, after this week, in a month, in this month, but probably it will happen in next time, in the future, as you can understand, in the future, soon. It will happen in really short time, in a year, in this year, but it will happen in a really long time. Next month, in this month, sorry, after this month, next year, after this year. As you can see, time phrases are really easy, structure are easy. What you need to, or what you understand from this structure is that when you want to make a sentence about future, you need to use will. At the end of the lesson, you will do an activity and everyone will share about their dreams, and it can be lie or it can be truth. We will understand what do you say. Is it true or false? I will give you a clue. This is the structure, as we talked about at the beginning of this lesson. Simple future tense, will, and base form. What is about base form? Can we write it like this? For example, I will, because there's a will, playing. Or he will play. Which one is true?
Second one.
First one or the second one?
Second one.
The second one is true, right? Is there any different or challenging thing? No. What do we know? What should we know is that will affects doesn't affect base form. Okay. And these are the examples. I will dance tomorrow. David will be late. This is the. Can you see this past, present, future timeline? This is the past events, present, right now, future. It happened between present and future, probably in the future. Okay. And a couple of kids, what they do? Lisa will run home tomorrow. After today, Lisa will run home tomorrow. What do we learn? We can analyze and understand the structure. Future state of being, what is it? For example, after this activity, I will share a couple of dreams about me, and I will say, I will be a champion, for example. I will be a champion. I don't need to say being or was, were. After this tense, you will learn the simple past tense and then you will see this phrase, okay? But, you know, being from the simple present continuous tense, but you don't need it. What do we need? Be. Okay, if I talk about myself or someone else, the one who I'm talking about, I need be, okay? And Sarah will argue with you later. Sarah, the one subject, will argue. Do you know the meaning about argue?
Yes.
It's like discussing. Will argue. Subject, will, base form, verb, with you later. Later, this is the time phrase. How can we understand? If there is a sentence, for example, I am play how can we understand from this sentence is that it is a future time.
Tonight.
From tonight, it helps us to be able to understand this is the future time. It is future tense and time expression, okay? And these are the examples. Actually, you learned it, but we can analyze it.
We can also say, I'm playing basketball tonight. We can say that too.
It is the same meaning actually, and you learned it last week from the present continuous tense. Some couple of sentences with the help of present continuous tense, we can make a sentence with a similar meaning like a future tense. For example, as you said, I am, or the train is going to leave from the station. The train will leave from the station. It is the same, similar meaning. Okay. I will play after breakfast. After. All the time I say it. If I say after, probably there is a future tense. Okay. And this is the subject, will, the base form, and object. Okay. Susan will not go to Germany. Subject, Susan will not go to. This is the negative form of future tense. Is there any different thing? What we have learned, this is will, but we add not. If I made it shorter, I can say that Susan won't go to Germany. Understand? This is the shorter form. Okay? And now let's make an activity. What I need a volunteer. Before volunteer, I will give a couple of sentences and you will try to understand, am I doing lie or is it true or false? Okay? Everyone, by the way, I will choose randomly. Everyone will come to there and try to say a couple of sentences like by using will. Don't forget, okay? This is the instruction. I will say, I will become a pilot. That is my dream. All the time, I will say, or how can I say? I will become a pilot and I will help everyone to go to the somewhere else which is so far away from this earth. Is it true or false about me? You know me a little. Is
False.
it true or false?
False.
Okay, now you can, yes, it is true that you said. Okay, now I choose randomly one by one and everyone will come here and then they give us their dreams. And we try to guess is he or she making a mistake or doing something. Right or false? Would you please come here? A couple of sentences is enough. Share about your dreams.
They will guess if
Yes, they will guess.
I will be a soccer player that is known worldwide.
Is it true or false? Göktuğ, what do you think?
True.
Can you say it again?
I will be a soccer player that is known worldwide.
Ayşegül, what do you think? Is it true? Okay, who said it is true? Raise your hand. Who said he said true? Who said he's wrong? Or he is lying? Okay, what do you say? Is it true or false?
It's false, of course. I'm 23 years old. How
And
can
okay, you become a soccer player.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. You can have a sit. And Selin, would you please come here?
Hayalleri peşinde koş.
Ayşe'nin de bilmiyorum.
I will be a doctor for helping the
You will be a doctor and
help people who are young.
you will help people.
Who are young.
What do you say? Will he be, she will be a doctor